The show. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So almost ready to get underway. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Ranger Suarez.
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
And he deals. Elvis Andrus stands in now and watches strike one. Next offering misses, and now it's even 1-1. And that one almost got him. And a pitch. And a ground ball to first, and it finds its way through for a hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And now, Zach Remillard. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Kicks and fires. And there's a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Here's the 0-2. Got him swinging.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Andrew Vaughn now. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Andrus, the base runner at first with one out. Check swing, went around, and the count even at 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. And misses inside. 2-2 now. And that one lifted in the air center field. Squeezes it, and there's 2 away.
Batting 4.
Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Left-hand hitter waits. On the ground to third. They take the force out, and that is that. The White Sox lead one. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively. Show. Welcome back. Starting on the mound in this one, Jose Urena.
Well, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound to start the game. He can be really good at times and turn in some real excellent efforts. For me, it'll tell us a lot to see how he's attacking the strike zone and pitching aggressively or not. If he's doing that from the jump, I think he'll be fine in this one.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the DH, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
Here comes a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. And the pitch. And that's downstairs and outside. The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Righty to the plate. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to whereas you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Next one misses. Ball 2. Good eye right there. The pitch. And that's ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Here's Harper now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Pitch out, but no action. Now 3-0. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out 3 bases at this rate.
Alec Bohm, the next to hit, takes low for a ball.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
They say you win. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
This is Bryson Stott. Ground ball up the middle. Flips it behind his back. Safe. He beats it. And now it is JT Realmuto. He swings and fouls one off. Turner at third. Harper at second. Stop at first. 2 out of the inning. That one hit to right. And a base hit. 1 runs in. Here's the throw.
Oh, that's a big at bat coming through in the clutch to drive in a pair. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a long dart in there, and he found a way. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And it hits the base. In time to Vaughn. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We move on to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. It's the Phillies 2 and the White Sox nothing. All set for the start of the inning. And here is Yasmani Grandal.
Yasmani Grandal.
Suarez back to work. And a foul ball. The next offering misses. And that's ball 1. Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
Chopper to second. Stop. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 6, the third baseman, Lennon Sosa.
Lennon Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that's in for a strike. Now a screamer into the outfield. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down.
Batting 7.
Got a change up and a pretty good one too. Outside corner, but he just got extended and put the barrel on it. Showed he has a lot of plate coverage on that swing right there.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And here's the veteran outfielder, Tyler Naquin. And that one missing low. The pitch. And that one wrapped foul. The 1-1. And fouled off. Up the middle. Stop. gets it to first, and there's 2 away.
Batting eighth, the center fielder, Trace.
So digging in, Trace Thompson. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. First pitch just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
And now the lefty. That's to third. Third out. So a man left for the White Sox. They trail it here 2-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now Brandon Marsh. The pitch. And takes low for ball 1. Singy, he wasn't real sharp in the first, got hit around, but really more so, didn't throw a ton of strikes.
Well, he's just got to find a way to settle down. He was clearly fighting himself out there, not really finding the strike zone, walking batters. So we'll see if he can get back on track and fill up the zone a little bit more. Just a blue hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
Man at first, Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies.
He's not the power guy, but he can hurt you to all parts of the ballpark.
That one's in there, 0-1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Marsh aboard here at first with nobody out. Check on the runner, and he's back in easily. Kicks and deals.
Nope, 0-1.
And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up into scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
2-1 now. And another ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Ball 1, no strikes. First and second here, no outs. Next pitch is outside, and it's 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2-0. And a good eye there.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him.
Down. And that'll load the bases.
He just hasn't had great command of his pitches in this one. Definitely more walks than you'd like to see.
Trey Turner now. He reached out to walk his first time. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
The pitch. Turner had a really good college career at NC State. He went to the 2013 College World Series and led all of college baseball with 55 stolen bases that season. Pretty incredible. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Bases juiced. No outs. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Ground ball right side, could be two. Over to Andrews. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation with the bases loaded, double play is kind of a rally killer.
Here's Bryce Harper. That one finds the zone. Strike one. At the belt and fires. That one's in there. No balls, two strikes.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And the 0-2. That one is upstairs.
It's a good take.
The next pitch misses, and the count is even 2-2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
2-2 now. Stays alive. Runner at third, 2 away. Hard on the ground to first. Vaughn takes it himself, and that is the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Phillies 3 and the White Sox nothing. Back here at the ballpark, on to the third inning, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Number 36.
Carlos Perez.
The pitch. There's a strike at the knees. Going
No ball.
1.
1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Phillies fans want a strikeout. Bounce to the left side. And foul ball. And here it comes. Popped up right side. Real Muto makes the catch. And there's one down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Elvis Andrews.
Here's Elvis Andrews. He's 1 for 1. Led off the game with a single. Swings through that one. 0-1. Hit on the ground to the right side. Takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman, Zach.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Zach Remillard. His first at bat was a strikeout. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And he pumps it a strike.
1-1.
Ground ball left side. Zips it across. That's out number 3. Nothing doing for the White Sox. Still down 3-0. Back here in Philadelphia, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the third baseman, Alec Bohm.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. This third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
First pitch, and he just misses. That's ripped. Base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts the bottom of the third with a double.
He was all over that one. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Bryson Stott now at the plate. Reached on an infield single his first time. Ball one, no strikes. Man at second. And it is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Good eye right there.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
Three, 2 now.
Cancel.
Left-hand batter waits. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And the right-hander deals. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Real
JT Real Muto steps in. He drove in 2 with a single his first time up. Liner, base hit. 1 run is in. Stop coming home. The relay throw. And he's in there as 2 runs score on the play.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Jose Urena won't go any further, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. So they turn things over to the righty, number 68.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Move to second. Real Muto back in there. First offering misses the mark. They say you win.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Runner at second, nobody out. And that one hammered. Thompson ranging back some more. Hits the top of the wall. Run comes in from second. It's 6-0.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
So man aboard. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That one misses, and that is ball 1. Right-hander kicks, deals. On a line, base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Stepping in, Johan Rojas. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Fought off foul.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And the pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. And there's one down.
Now that the designated hitter, Kyle.
Next is the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber. And ball 1.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
And now it's even up.
1-1.
Castellanos, the runner at third. Marsh at first. One gone. Going to count 1 and 2.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. He can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball, double play.
And the righty deals. Struck him out looking. Here's Turner now.
Number 7.
He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Sliced hard but foul. Righty delivers. Good job to fight that one off. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Next pitch misses outside, and the count is 1 and 2. Right-handed reliever. Hit weakly on the ground. Whips it to first on the run. And that'll do it. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors and a couple left on. On to inning number 4. It's the Phillies 6 and the White Sox nothing. And welcome back. On to the 4th. And now the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn.
Suarez back to work.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Strike 2. That's down and in. Here's a 1-2. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. One and 2 now. And now 2 and 2. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Smoked on the ground a second. Stott over to first in time. And one gone to the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Gavin Sheets steps to the plate for the White Sox. In there for strike 1. One down, base is empty. That one missed. Next pitch misses way outside.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
The wind of the pitch. Just misses the mark outside the zone. On the ground to third. Boom. Throws on to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Yasmani Grandal up to hit. Grounded out his first time. Swinging a foul straight back. That hits the dirt, and 1-1. And there's a ball. On the outside corner, and that is strike 2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Down in order go the White Sox. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now here is Harper.
The first baseman, Bryce Harper.
And a pitch. And there's a strike. kicks and fires.
Strike.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
0-2 now. Just off the inside edge. And that just misses.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Next pitch just misses. And that's ball 3. Ripped to third and caught.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
And now it's Alec Bohm. In there, and it's 0-1. And strike 2.
No ball. 2 strike.
Righty to the plate. It's softly on the ground to third. In time to Vaughn. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Now batting, second baseman, Bryson.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Bryson Stock. Out towards left center. Naquin drifts towards it. And that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They lead it, though, 6-0. New inning getting started.
Leading
now
off
at the
on the
plate,
right side,
Lennon
The
Sosa.
third baseman, Lennon Sosa.
The wind of the pitch. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And he deals. And a count 1-2. Check swing. Now a look down to first. And he went around. Rule to swing.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Tyler Naquin to the plate. Grounded out his first time up. That's in there. Strike 1.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. The 0-2. Good eye right there.
1 ball. 2 strike.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And a pitch. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Everything came together for him. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
1 gone, runner at first. And now the center fielder, Trace Thompson. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. On the ground to the left. Boom. Jump throw. Awesome play there.
Now batting, the catcher, Carlos Perez.
And here's the catcher, number 36. First time up was a pop out. Going one.
No ball. One strike.
Here comes a pitch. Swings through that.
0-2.
Naquin on at second with 2 down. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Got it by him for the K.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Back here in Philadelphia, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, JT Real Muto. The pitch. And ball 1.
Well, these Phillies really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Kicks and deals. That one missed. Now 3-0. And he walked him.
They just keep handing out gifts, Boo. Were we supposed to bring something?
See, I think just our presence is the present. Here's Nicholas Castellanos.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0.
Well, that two-seam fastball is a great pitch from a right-hander to a right-handed batter. Just really teases the inside part of the plate, runs in on the hands.
Next offering is in for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Throw to first. Real Muto back in there. The 1-1. That's a strike.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Real Muto runs. Next offering is fouled back. And a pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. At the belt and fires. And now it's filled up.
3 balls.
Runner at first with no outs here. Pickoff throw. Real Muto back in standing. Payoff pitch. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the wall. Very gritty.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh. That one ripped. This one's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags at second. Throw is high and over his head. And in to score the runner from second. Just a careless job of getting it in from the outfield there.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Rojas in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
And the righty deals. And a swing and a miss there.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
That one inside. Ball 1. Line drive. That's a hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Maybe a little out front of the pitch right there, but he squared it up pretty good, and he kept it inside the line. And just a really nice job on the other side by the defense to hold that to a long single.
Now here is Kyle Schwarber. And there's a foul ball. Next pitch inside, and it's 1-2.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout, just didn't locate it very well.
Castellanos, the lead runner at second. Rojas over at first with 1 away. And it's even up.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
In the air, left field. Out, number 2.
Now batting, the shortstop, Turner.
So first and second with 2 outs. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Trey Turner. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Ball 1 there. 2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Misses off the inside, and that's ball 2.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
And a 2-1 on the way. And that one fouled off. 2-2. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. That is the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We're through 5. It's the Phillies 7 and the White Sox nothing. Back at Citizens Bank Park, all set for the top of the 6th. And now the shortstop, Elvis Andrus. The wind and the pitch. And that's in for a strike.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Turner with the throw to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
The second baseman.
So up next for Chicago, Zach Remillard.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
That's in there. That's strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And here it comes. Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. And he held back, according to Dave Lawrence. Next pitch in the dirt. And it's 2-2. Kicks and fires. That's down and in.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And now the lefty hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. And it's fouled away. The pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. That's a little bit low.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ripped to right, base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
At the plate, Gavin Sheets. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Stott over to first in time. And the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Phillies 7 and the White Sox nothing. New pitcher for the White Sox, Luis Patino.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Bryce Harper to the plate. Patino, 23 years old, and he's a native of Colombia. And a pitch. That one catches the zone, and that is strike one. The 0-1.
That's the ball.
Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
The pitch. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. Two now. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
All over that one right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, man. He wasn't fooled at all.
Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Check swing, but he went too far, and it's 0-1. The pitch.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And down on strikes he goes. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott. Just off the outside edge. That's in there. And the count 1-1. Slider misses outside. Harper leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. That one finds the corner. That's strike 2. On the ground out to short. And that squirts through. Here comes Harper around third. The throw is late, and a run is in to score.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. Off the mark there. And that's ball 1. Realmuto goes 6'1", 32 years old, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Next offering is in for a strike. just missed.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Next offering is fouled back. And now it's filled up. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. The pitch.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
So now 1-2.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations. Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine, and that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
Left-hand hitter waits. And strike 2. That smash towards center. Thompson makes the grab, and that is that. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. We're through 6 full. It's the Phillies 8 and the White Sox nothing. Back here at the ballpark, we go to the top of the 7th, and now Yasmani Grandal. Suarez back to work. That's in there. That's strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
The wind of the pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And the pitch.
Ball 1.
In the air, right field. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. And a pitch. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. That takes care of Grandal. 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Lennon.
And up next for Chicago, Lennon Sosa. In the air to left center, Rojas going back on this one. And there's 2 down. Tyler Naquin steps to the plate for the White Sox. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that's down and away. Next pitch misses. 3-0.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And there's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Foul ball there. Two outs. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-2. And he deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out. The White Sox lead 1. Still 8-0. Bottom of the 7th, so digging in now for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. The right-hander back to work and delivers outside. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Declan Cronin getting loose out there. Bummer getting loose as well. And now 2-0. And that's a little bit high. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. That one pushed to the left and foul. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Next offering misses. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Fouled off left side. Oh, and 1 now. And that one fouled off. Rojas leads off first with 1 away. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Lead runner around second. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with 1 gone.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
And the batter now, Bryce Harper. First offering, misses the mark.
1-0.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back. Gone. Bryce Harper goes deep, and they add to the lead. It's 11-0.
Sinker can be a pretty tough pitch because of the late life and movement, but somehow he got the barrel to that pitch, stayed through it. Really nice job of staying on the backside until it was time to transfer that weight, and a really nice home run.
The left-hander on now, number 67. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty.
Sammy Peralta.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Alec Bohm. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Still only one out here in the inning. Fastball, and he gets out of the way. 2-0 to count. Here it comes. Just missed. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
And a 4-pitch walk.
The batter, number 5.
One down. And digging in for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
The 1-0. There's the strike. Line drive. That's a base hit out of the left center field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now, JT Realmuto. The lefty, the 1-0. And downstairs.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play. Minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter's side, nice job of laying off that pitch.
Kicks and deals. And that one ripped to left. Can't field it cleanly.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
And here is Nick Castellanos.
That's away.
First pitch just misses. At the belt and fires.
Oh.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
And here it comes.
Hey.
Swings through that one. Boom on third. Stop over at second. Realmuto at first. 1 gone. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. And now for the Phillies, Brandon Marsh. Singing, you gotta appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. Bowman to score. Cut off, now a throw home. Tag, safe at home. And the lead continues to grow.
How about that? Clears the bases. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Tanner Banks comes on now.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. That clips the inside corner for a strike. The pitch.
He doesn't seem to like to pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Now one missed.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Runner at second, 2 down. Line drive. He's got it. And that is out number 3. So in the end, 10 men come to the plate. 6 of them come around to score. We look ahead to inning number 8. Philadelphia on top, 14-0. Welcome back. We're at the top of the 8th. Now it's the White Sox catcher, number 36. The wide to kick the pitch. There's a strike. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Sir Anthony Dominguez getting ready to go. Lorenzen, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Kicks and fires. And a foul ball. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Here comes a pitch. And that misses off the outside edge. And another ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And there's a ball. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Full extension, makes the catch.
That diving catch right there is the kind of play that just fires up the team, whether it's to make more great defensive plays or to get back in the dugout and swing the sticks.
And next to hit for the Sox, Elvis Andrus. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And now the lefty late on that fastball. And that's in the dirt. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And that's a strikeout looking. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. Didn't agree with the call at the plate right there.
But again, a game like this, that's just too close to take. It's a blowout game. Guys have been out here for a while. Umpires saying, hey, let's go. Cut it loose. Swing the bat.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman, Zach Remillard. There's the strike. And the next pitch is way outside. Just off the outside part of the plate. 2 down, nobody on. And he takes a strike.
2-2.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Good eye right there. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ranger Suarez will depart, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
2 outs, runner at first. Andrew Vaughn will hit next.
Showed a really nice opposite field approach in his last at bat.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
0-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Remillard leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So a man left for the White Sox, but this one's pretty much over. 14-0. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the 8th, and now the DH, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
And a pitch. There's a strike at the knees. Checks his swing, appeal to third, and yes, he offered at it. 0-2 now. And that one missing low. Swung on, belted. Naquin moving back for it. Back some more, gone. Kyle Schwarber goes deep, and they add a run. It's 15-0.
this kind of velocity so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Here's Trey Turner. First offering, and it just misses. The wind of the pitch. Misses inside. 2-0.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 2-1 now.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
On the ground, Remillard slings to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And now the first baseman, Bryce Harper. He's already homered here in this one. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. That one pulled foul. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 gone now.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Yeah, the lefty with the 0-1. Pulls that one foul. Going 2 now. In the air, right side of the infield. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. Last chance coming up here for the White Sox. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Gavin Sheets. Dominguez, 6'1" righty, 28 years old. And he was born in the Dominican Republic. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Craig Kimbrell preparing to come on if needed. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Here's a 1-1.
Oh.
He swings and fouls one off. Two. And now it's filled up. Got him. And now one away.
This guy will throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
And now up to the plate, Yasmani Grandal. That one's in there, 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
And the right-hander deals. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. And gone! He made him pay for that one, and they're on the board. It's 15-1.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Next to hit, Lennon Sosa.
No,
First offering misses the mark.
1 ball, no strike.
Righty to the plate. That one missed. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Castellanos makes the grab. 2 away down.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Tyler Naquin steps to the plate for the White Sox. In there for strike 1. Good eye in that spot.
1-1.
Next one is off the plate, and it's 2-1. Righty delivers. There's a strike. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Here comes a 3-2. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies take this one in a blowout.
Well, I don't know what they did in the cage today or on the field for batting practice, but when you win by double digits, something is clicking. That batting coach feels pretty good about himself right now, but more so the players. They can't wait for the next one. Come back out, score, and get another W.
A 15-1 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying